Last year, I lost $300,000 in funding. Here are the 5 mistakes that I made that helped me lose $300,000 in funding last year, and the 5th one is deadly. I know this is a bit untraditional video. Most of us only look at the things that we need to do to be successful. We look at what we need to learn, what we need to implement, what we need to do better. And most of the time what we need to do is actually look at the things that we should not do. Look at a do not do list. And that's what I'm going to give you today, because telling you what not to do is just as important as telling you what to do. And I'd rather tell you what to avoid than what to try to do. Let's get straight into it. And remember, guys, if you are new here, we have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers this year. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, show some love so you could become a professional trader with professional profits. Number one, I was taking losses extremely personal and second guessing my system. Here's why that won't work. When you're going to a store, you're going somewhere you've never seen, you have a map. You know exactly where to go. When you second guess your system and don't have a clear path, you don't actually accept the risk. You don't understand what you got into in the first place. So always understanding that losses are inevitable. They happen and they will happen. You could take a loss on the day and then actually end up profit on the day. Yesterday, that's exactly what happened to me. I took a small loss. I told myself, hey, the job is to be long-term profitable, not perfect. Losses will be incurred, wins will be incurred. How long can you stay in the game? How long can you stick to your plan? Also, having a clear map. When you go to a store, wherever it is, if it's 30 minutes away, an hour away, 6 hours away to go see family, you have a map. If you are second guessing your plan, you don't have a map to actually get there. You need to know exactly where you're going and what vision you have to get there. Taking losses personal also doesn't allow you to think rationally. As day traders, our job is to be extremely quick and definitive decision makers. If we cannot make decisions fast in the blink of a second, if we can't stick to our plan, if we can't be confident in ourselves, then we will fail. Another thing that I did was I always thought the market was attacking me. The market is not attacking you. You need to focus on what you can control. That's your discipline. That's your journaling. That's your daily trading, your pre-market. Everything that you do that is in your control, that's what you focus on. Things like the market is getting after me, I need the revenge, I need to get my get back. Those things aren't important and aren't necessary. Which brings me to the second mistake I made, and that was not being disciplined and sticking to my plan at a very high level, executing my trades. See, what most people don't know is results and high and great results equals consistency plus a system times time. You need consistency, a system, and you need to multiply that by time, and you get amazing results. So when I was actually deviating from my plan, I wasn't allowing my plan to actually map out. I wasn't allowing my system to multiply times time. I was consistent in trading, but I wasn't consistent in my system. So the results that I got weren't as good as I needed them to be. The second thing was there's a big difference between following your plan and then doing it at a high level. You want to execute your plan at a very high level. 80% of the things that you do only 20% of those things get you the results. So understand, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What can I completely eliminate? What can I keep? And go from there. And the last thing is, like I said, I wasn't being disciplined. So if you don't have discipline in every area of your life, you're already done. Give up. I promise you, because you will fail. I read something in the book, The Compounding Effect. He said there are 999 success principles. If you don't have discipline, then none of it matters. The third mistake that I was making was over risking on BS trades. I'm gonna keep this real simple for you. If you over risk on BS trades, especially trades that you may think going here or there, you're gonna blow your account. Focus on your system. Literally, I keep saying it. You're gonna keep hearing me say it in every single video. Focus on your system. So this is one of the things that I was doing that was affecting me, and I knew it, and what it did to me was actually kill my confidence, because I knew I wasn't sticking to my proven system. Also, if you continue to over risk, you will stress yourself out so bad emotionally that you will not be able to think clearly. You will not be able to make those decisions that we talked about. You will not be able to be on the top of your game and execute the 20% that gets you 80% of the results. And the reason this mistake is just killer is because you need to always follow the plan. You need to follow your emotional plan. You need to follow your trading plan. You need to follow your life plan. You need to focus on those things and always do it. The next one is a big one, and that is not journaling. See, I wasn't journaling because I didn't have the time. I didn't think I had the time when I really did. I didn't want to. I was being lazy. I didn't even have the questions to actually ask myself and answer. So really quick, if you guys don't know what questions to ask yourself, what to put in the journal, drop a comment below. Let me know how I can help. What I'll do is throw some questions in the comments, and make sure you go down there, show some love for your boy. All you do is copy paste these comments, put them in your journal, ask it out, or you could get things like TradeZilla. I use Notion. I paste it every day, type it down, and I go from there. Now, the importance of journaling is you can't iterate. You can't fix what you already done and make it better. So if you make mistakes, or if you had a bad day or you had a great day, you don't have an opportunity to make it better because you don't have data to look back on. One thing that I did very well when it came to my strategy is I collected tons of data, thousands and thousands of screenshots, everything going back testing, forward testing, everything. I did that. But when it came to my live trading and journaling, I did not want to do it. The last thing it comes to journaling, the mistake that I made was I was missing out on a crazy opportunity. I believe journaling is the difference between a break-even and profitable trader. So it's beautiful to go back a month, 2 months, a week, a day ago, a year ago, and be like, hey, on that day I was going through this, I forgot I even dealt with that. You understand what I'm saying? So journaling is key, which brings me to the last one. And before you go, we have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, show some love so you can become a professional trader with professional profits. Fear of not succeeding. Fear of not succeeding. Fear is the deadliest thing you can have when being a trader. Fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. I read that in a book. What happens is when we fear we can't succeed or we fear failure, we self-sabotage ourselves back to a level, or we self-sabotage ourselves and we don't succeed. Think of it like this. If you ever watch a guy named Ed Mylett, I love him. I watch him a ton. I watch him and a bunch of other guys, but Ed Mylett has this identity thing, and it's a measure. And in that identity scale is, let's say, for example, you are 80% temp, and you in a room full of 150 guys, millionaires, multi-millionaires, decamillionaires, doing their thing, they building stuff, they creating, they giving back, philanthropy, all these things. And then you walk in that room and you might feel like, hey, like I'm 150 now. You get around those people, that's cute. But if you don't truly believe that you can get to that point, if you don't believe in yourself, if you can't get the fear out of you, then you will actually dial that room back down to that 80% where you're actually comfortable, because you're afraid to fail, or you're afraid to do things the wrong way. You're afraid to challenge your identity. So it works in the other way as well. If you are 80% temp, and then you go in a room full of 50s and people, you know, complaining, talking this, that, judge other people, condemning themselves, not firm believers in whatever it is, don't got no money, you will try to move that room back up to 80%, and eventually you can't. You will be, but everybody else won't be, and you'll walk out the room. So this is a great understanding. Is like, hey, if you fear that you won't succeed, then you won't. And the last thing I want to leave you with is, fear is just the devil, man. When we fear, we worry. When we worry, we fear. When we fear, we can't think rationally, we can't make decisions. And our job as traders, our job as entrepreneurs, our job as people and humans, servants of the Lord Savior, is to think rational and just be from here. Be from the heart. Understand what we can do. Trust our gut. Trust in ourselves. Self-confidence. If you don't know how to build self-confidence, here's how you do it. See, self-confidence is all dependent on you. It's not dependent on anybody else. Self is the beginning of that word, and self-mastery starts with self-confidence. You must be able to do things to yourself, stick to your word, and go from there. So the worth is in the work. I learned that from Dan Martell. Go watch him if you want. Shout out to him. But what you want to do is, when you say you're going to do something, do it. When you say you're going to get that workout in, go do it. I don't care if you said it was 30 minutes, but you do 5. Do the workout, get it. If you say you're gonna eat clean, eat clean. If you say you're gonna journal your trades, if you're gonna do these things, just do those things, because the work and the consistency is what builds that self-confidence over time. If you want discipline, all you need to do is stick to the plan. You need to be disciplined and consistent over a long period of time, and that confidence will skyrocket. When people challenge you, when they say this, when you get hate comments, whatever, when they don't believe in your goals, you're gonna laugh and not even think twice about it, because you know the work that you put on an everyday basis. So just stick to your word. I hope this video helped y'all. If you're at the end of this video, I appreciate you getting here, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope this video helped, because it's very important. These are the 5 mistakes that helped me lose over $300,000 in funding last year. We are back up, by the way, but that did happen, and it's something that I wanted to share with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the subscribe button, show some love, so you can become a professional trader with professional profits.